Hello and welcome to Upside Down. Today we are continuing with our Hellblade inspired environment. We are going to make another modules which are going to be used for our buildings foundations and also for the first floor. We are going to make the base meshes inside 3ds Max, and after that we are going to sculpt everything in ZBrush. Let's start. So today we are starting with our stones for the bottom part of the building. Since our modules, when they are stacked up together, it makes 3 meters, so I'll make our stones for underneath 1 meter each. This way we can stack 3 next to each other and get the whole floor. I will just quickly make a box, make it 1 meter by 1 meter, and for a height I'll put it 30 centimeters. I'll put it 30 because here we have around 15 and I want it to go a little bit deeper, so this way if we have some terrain transformation or some bumps, we can still have like a little bit of depth for it. It's always nice to have the foundations going a little bit lower than what you need. This way you can put it on a slope or on some other type of terrain that you don't necessarily need to have a flat terrain. Usually I even go more, like sometimes I make it up to a 50. We are not gonna do this because I think that this will be more than enough for us. We are not gonna make some mountain environment where we know that we are gonna be having buildings uphill or downhill. Like, we are not gonna be having buildings which are on a very steep slope, so it's not necessary to make such deep foundations. One thing just before I continue with the modeling, I will stop my shadows updating because it's a little bit distracting. And now if I make it like this and just clone it twice more, you can see that there is exactly enough space for another for the other beam, and we can see it here how it looks. So we're gonna have it like this, and then of course we are gonna have like one more time like this. In terms of variations for it, I think that I will go with 3 pieces. I will separate them a little bit more so that when we after that go and bake them, there are no issues with the bakings. And actually one of the pieces I want to just put it back again here. I'll make it like this. I'll convert it to editable poly. I want to make a hole where these columns are gonna be going, so that after that we have such element. Now we have everything. Just align them so that everything stays good, and we'll put it next to the others. Okay, here I will just extrude this part going downwards. I will make it, I don't know, about maybe like this. And another thing that I'll do, I'll make it like that. This is something that after that I don't want to have like the whole hole all the way down. And this way, if we have because when we make the high poly, it will be a little bit chamfered on the edges. So this way, after that, when we start making the low polys and everything, we actually will have a little bit of a slope there. So maybe we can catch some light or something like this, so that this element doesn't stay very close to the beams. So they are ready to go to ZBrush, and I'll just export them again as an OBJ, and we continue sculpting them. Okay, we are now in ZBrush. And you can see that I already imported my modules. So we are going to start first by splitting them. I'll go to Subtools, Split, and then split to parts. Okay, now we have the three different stones as separate pieces. And I will start first with I'll start first with this one. We are gonna hide the rest. We are going to proceed pretty much. We are gonna be proceeding pretty much like last time, as we don't have any subdivisions. I'll just come here. I will go first to Dynamesh. I'll make it like a little bit higher number. Just click Dynamesh, then we are turning it off. If I turn the wireframe, you can see that we have subdivided our geometry, and I will go directly with trim dynamic. You can see that I can easily increase the subdivisions. Yeah, I like this. It will be okay. So here I'm just gonna roughen up all the edges. I'll go one more subdivision up, just so that we can make some of these spaces again with the same brush more sharp. Here for the center I will just make a small touches like this. I'll even make it with a very low intensity, like here and here, just so that we can have, after that we can have some texture over there. I'll just in some places add a little bit, and some places I'll just subtract a little bit. It will give us a little bit of a texture after that when we bake everything. And again I can go with the trim dynamic, just so that we can make everything nice and sharp. Okay, we are ready with this element. I will go on to the next one. I'll make the one for the column now. We are proceeding the same way. Dynamesh, and I will hide the rest so that they don't bother us. Okay, we are ready with our second stone, and we can continue now on our last one. This one I will make it a little bit more broken. I will make some crack in the middle. As a start, we are doing the same thing. Okay, now as a next step, I'm going to play a little bit with the width of those cracks, and to do so I will use another brush which is called pinch. So the way that it works, I can pinch a place, you can see what's happening. We need to be careful because not to do it too much, but I will just go on some places and make it tighter. Okay, we are ready with our stones. I will now export them and start making the low polys.